All right, my name is Heather McKean, and this is a very special time for me, actually, to be here. I know all of you are excited and have come in your own ways, but this is an anniversary for me in Oklahoma City. I came 4 years ago to Oklahoma City, sicker than you can imagine. In fact, I didn't even know if I could make it here, and showed up knowing nothing about FasterEFT. I had just seen a couple of videos. I had literally found out about it a week before I showed up to Oklahoma City. And I arrived and was in such a state, I have to say. And I showed up here on a Saturday morning. I wasn't here exactly, but close enough, just like this, and had no idea what my future was gonna hold. And found myself up in this special little chair at one point, and was tapped on, and years of pain and illness disappeared like magic. And it was hard to believe, I must say, and some of you were here and saw that happen. And let me tell you, my life has been crazy incredible ever since. I ended up moving overseas, going to Africa, doing mission work in Africa, and recently moved from Africa to Hawaii. I was whale watching and swimming with the turtles the other day, and my life has just been incredible. And I was thinking I might die when I showed up here. I had been on an IV drip at home. I was so sick, and in a lot of ways I just kind of made peace with, this is like a last-ditch effort for me, and I didn't believe it. I really didn't know if this was going to do anything. So I know that you guys are all coming here in your different ways and in your different places and for different reasons. But I can stand here and tell you 4 years later that my life has gotten just better and better and better and better. And I'm excited to see what the next 4 years holds. So I'm going to introduce my friend Tiffany here.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tiffany Jeffers, and I knew of Heather. She actually, does public speaking. And so I knew her and knew how sick she was. And I had a friend of mine tell me, Tiffany, your story sounds very similar to Heather's. You should look into what she's done. She's better. And I remember thinking, but people like us don't get better. And so I was so like, what? And she said, she did this thing. You should find out what it is and, check into it. So it was probably about 6 months after Heather, well, maybe about 6 months after Heather had come to Oklahoma and gotten better. Now, this woman was on about 180 meds a day. Like, that's crazy, okay? They put me on, I was prescribed hundreds of medications, but that was pretty intense. You got me beat there. So anyways, but, her story, it was very similar. We had, just a lot of similarities. So anyways, I ended up getting a ticket and coming here and ended up sitting in the magic chair as well. Robert worked with me, and it was just so powerful because years of just stuffed emotions and pain I was able to let go of. And he is such an amazing investigator. He was able to figure out what was going on, and so, in the chair, I was, squirming around, trying to figure out where my pain was at. And I was actually able to get off of I had cancer, I had fibromyalgia, I had a lot of medical problems. And not just that, but I had severe chronic depression. So I had spent years in a bed, I would be in the bed, I would go out, do something, go back in the bed. I mean, that was kind of my routine for a long, long time. And so anyways, I came here and found my joy again and found a simple technique that works. It's very simple, and, helps me to handle stress and emotions in a better way. And I love it. I hope that you guys have an amazing week here. It's going to be life transforming. We just invite you guys to just open up to new possibilities, to a completely different future. Like Heather said, it's so different. I didn't work for 15 years. I started working as a level 4 practitioner last year. I've been traveling around consistently. My children have their mom back. Heather's children have her back. back. Our husbands have their wives back. You know what I mean? It's just such a transforming technique. So we want to just thank you guys for coming here and investing in your future. And we want to introduce Robert Smith. We are indebted to him. He has, poured out his life to help making people better, and he continues to do that, and we're so grateful. And so we are introducing the amazing Robert Smith.
Thank you, sweetie. Good job. Yeah, it is kind of crazy, isn't it? It's almost hard to believe those stories. But I remember, welcome to Oklahoma. You know, Oklahoma means red man. This used to be Indian territory. It's a very sacred, holy place. I don't know, some of you may have flew, but did you feel the vibration when the plane landed? The energy went into the plane and you felt a little sense of peace? Haven't you noticed when you look outside, the sky is open? No big buildings in the way. Pure, positive energy. Not only that, if you go down one street, you can see 4 churches. All kinds of denominations. Sedona has nothing on Oklahoma. I'm just kidding. Welcome to Oklahoma. Yeah, this is where it all began, the birthplace of FasterEFT. Those of you who've been following my work, I've been doing this for quite some time. FasterEFT has always been EFT until we figured out that it wasn't EFT. It changed. And the whole mission when I first started was to help, my wife. It's like we all want to do. Wives want to help their husbands and fix their own problems. Husbands want to fix the wives to fix our problems. So I just thought if I could just help her. Before we got married, she said she was sexually abused by her father. And of course at 22, you know what to do with that, right? Nothing. Pretend like they didn't say it and keep moving, right? So now 18 years in the marriage, and things were not so good. And I thought, well, shoot, we need help. We need therapy, So I started looking for a therapist. I found this guy who did guided imagery. There's a therapy called, I don't know what it's called now, and I thought, well, you go first, because I figured, we can get her fixed, I'll be okay. Well, it didn't work that way. I was still screwed up. And I remember the day that my life really did change. And it was because of the fact I wanted her to fix me. I wanted her to solve my problems. We have a tendency to, we marry somebody or date somebody and we want them to fix me. You're coming to this seminar, you think I'm going to fix you. I cannot. I'm still working on myself. But what you can do, and what I did that day, is I used EFT and I tapped out that feeling that she needed to solve my problems. And once I released that, my life began to change. My life began to realize that I'm responsible for me. She can't fix me. She can't even fix herself. Unfortunately, a lot of you guys are here because you think you want to fix everyone else. The truth is, you need help. You need help. All right? I take full responsibility. I have problems. I'm the first to admit that. There's no perfection here. But I'm perfect within my imperfections. I do a good job at it. And then my friends and people who know me say, Robert, you got problems. I said, I know, and I'm good at it. So that's how it works. The deal is that we're always changing. Either we get on the ball of the change or we just sit there and let the ball hit us in the head. You know what I'm saying? So we have to do something different.
Well, the sun rises every day, reminds me that I can rise in my way, and the sun shines down for everyone. Reminds me that I can shine just like the sun and shine for everyone. shine for everyone. Well, the sun rises every day to remind us all that we can rise in our ways, and the sun shines down for everyone to remind us all that we can shine like the sun and shine for everyone.